Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Direct and indirect speech. Today we'll have a quick look at the 5 key principles we need to learn narration, which are the key principle of narration. First of all, we need to know that the direct speech, the sentence has 2 parts. One separated by comma and the other set off by inverted commas. And what are these parts? This part is called the reporting speech. And this verb over here before the comma is the reporting verb. This reporting verb has a very important function to do. And this part, the reported one, is the reported speech. So let's remember these terms and move on. So the first core difference between the direct speech and the indirect speech is the quotation marks. She said, "I'm happy." And these are the exact words. While no quotation marks are used for the reported one, the indirect way of reporting, like she said that she was happy. Previously, we had she said that I am happy, changes to she said that she was happy. Now, that is optional in some cases or somewhere not in our system. They use that as optional. So step 2, the golden rule, change the tense. Only change the tense if the reporting verb is in the past tense. This is important to remember. Now, tense shift chart. Let's see. These are the simple shifts. Present simple changes to past simple, present continuous to past continuous, present perfect to past perfect, and past simple to past perfect. Now, here simply the aspect remains the same, like simple remains simple, continuous, continuous, but present to past, present to past, present to past. However, when past simple, here things get a little tricky. Past simple will change to past perfect, that is, verb 2 changes to had plus verb 3. Will changes to would, can, could, may, might. Now let's see the tenses. These are some examples. Verb 1 changes to verb 2. He said, I write a letter. He said that he wrote a letter. So simply verb 1 changes to verb 2. Continuous. I am writing changes to he was writing. I have written to he had written. I have been writing to he had been writing. I wrote. He had written. I was writing. He had been writing. Now, because it's the past tense, and I've highlighted this for this reason, because we need to know when the sentence is already in the past tense, we need to add had. And if it's past continuous also, simple past continuous will change to past perfect continuous, had been writing. And past perfect remains the same, had written, had been writing, had been writing. No change. However, these two need to be looked carefully. Yeah, it's done. Exceptions. Now, no tense change when reporting is a universal truth. For example, she said, flowers bloom in summer. So it's a fact, it's a universal truth. So she said that flowers bloom in summer. She said, birds fly. She said that birds fly. So fly will not change to second form. The present will not change to past tense because it's a universal truth. And exceptions. No tense change when the reporting verb is in the present or the future. We know what is reporting verb. We talked about it. So if it's in the present tense, like she says, I'm happy, she says that she is happy. So there are different changes like the use of that, removing commas, and the change of pronouns. However, the tense also changes, but in this case, because the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, or if it's a universal truth, we do not change the tense on this side, the reported side. No tense if it's in the future tense, like she will say, I'm happy. So present tense will remain present tense. She will say that she is happy. Step 3 is pronoun shift rule. This also needs to be looked carefully, like I love my cat changes to he loved his cat. I changes according to the subject here. So this is the rule. I, we, me, my, mine. These are the first person pronouns. They change according to the subject of the reporting verb. What is the subject? This is the subject of the reporting verb. This is the reporting verb, this guy over here. So this is the subject. All the I, my, me, mine change according to this. Like he said, I, he said that, he said that he loved my cat, his cat. So everything with the first person changes according to the subject. And you, your, yours, this is the second person. Second person always changes according to the object of the reporting verb. If it had been he said to me, you love your cat. So it would have been he said that he said to me. He said to me that I loved my cat. So the third is the third person pronoun, he, she, it, they, his, him, her, their, or theirs, or its. These do not change. They remain unchanged if we have them over here. So the pronoun shift rule should be, remember, first person changes according to the subject, and the second person changes according to the object, and third person does not change. Let's see if we can see through the example. She says to me, I love my cat. She says that I, first person changes according to the subject. She loves my, again referring to her cat. He says to me, I love my cat. Again, I and my, both are first person, will change according to the subject. He says that he loves his cat. They say to us, we like our house. Again, these are first person. First person will go according to this part, subject. They say to us remains like this. We becomes they, like, our changes to their house. You say to them, you like our house. You say to, now this is second person, would change according to the object. It would be your over here. They say to me, you are our neighbor. They say to me that I am their neighbor. Because this is the first person will go to this side, second person to this side. So we can also, just remember it by when you're doing this, you just move on to the first person. Remember that this is the second person. Second person will change according to the object. And this is the first person, I, you, I, we, us, my, our. All these are first person. Because this is the first person, and all the first person pronoun also move according to this. Second person moves according to the object. So just remember 1 and 2. First person, second person will change according to these places, okay? They say to me that I am their neighbor. And let's clear this up. We say to her, you know him. We say to her that she knows him, remains him. As we said, that third person There's no change in the third person. You say to me, he is happy. Again, third person will remain such. You say to me that he is happy. Now, why aren't we changing the verb over here? Because all the reporting verbs here are the present tense. So we are focusing on the pronoun here. That's why. So only we'll add that, remove the commas, and good to go. So this was step 3, pronoun shift rule. Now step 4 is quite simple, change time and place words. What are those? Simply, you can just create this chart and place it on the walls so you remember, and you keep on repeating, like today changes to that day, tomorrow to the next day, yesterday the previous day, now to then, here, there, this, that, and these, those. Change according to sentence type. Now this is, again, this requires a little bit of more attention. Step 5 is the specific signal words and sentence rule. Now we know that there are 5 kinds of sentences. First are the assertive sentences, the statements. So you can change use said to told, but this is optional. You can even keep it as said. Change tense, pronoun, time, place. This is what we do in every case. She said, I'm tired. You see, she said that she am changes to was, past tense, because reporting verb is in the past tense. She said that she was tired. Now this is how we change the statements. Let's see the questions. How do the questions change? There are 2 kinds of questions. Just remember, one are the yes, no questions. Like, do you like pizza? Have you got a pen? Did I pick you up? Or is there any pizza left? So these questions which require yes or no answer, what do we do in these kinds of sentences? We just add if or whether. First change, which most of the students forget, very important, is that you change the reporting verb to asked. First change is that. Then you remove the commas, and then you add if or whether. If it's beginning with a auxiliary, not a question word, where, what, why, but it's a auxiliary like do, have, is, am, are. So any auxiliary that starts a question, you will place if. And second is to change it to statement. Statement means subject will come first and then will come the verb. Like, do you like pizza? He asked if I liked pizza. I, subject, will come soon after if, and then liked verb. This is the statement form. Now, WH questions are, first of all, you change the reporting verb to ask, and then no need to add if or whether in WH questions. It would just become from a capital letter, will change it to a small letter. She said, where are you going? She asked where, will remain where, we'll just change it to small and remove the commas. Where. Now you is the subject. It changes to I, and we have to change the sequence over here. The verb will go after the subject. As I said, subject plus verb. In a sentence, in a question, it's opposite of statement. So after the question word where, soon after it, we need the subject, and after that, we will go with the verb. She asked where, not where was I going, would be incorrect, where I was going. And what about the question mark? Should we remove it? Yes, we'll change it to full stop because we're also changing it to a statement. Okay, so let's clear this up and move on to the next kind of sentence, which is commands and requests. The imperative sentences, what do? We just use ordered, requested, asked, plus to or not to plus verb. Now, what does that mean? Let's see. He said, close the door. Now, it would either be a command or it would be a request. So, close the door. He asked. If you don't feel that it's a command, neither is it a request. So, you just change it to asked. Okay, either ordered, requested, or asked. But this ask would not represent a question. It would just be to ask someone to do something. So he asked me, we have added, we can assume an object if we don't have an object, okay? He asked me, and the verb changes to infinitive. What is infinitive? To plus verb. So remember that in commands and requests, we need to have to plus verb. Because the sentence here starts with a verb, right? Close the door. It's not Maria closed the door or Sarah closed the door. It doesn't have a subject. It starts with a verb. Therefore, we have to change it to an infinitive. हमें इसको to plus verb के साथ करना है, to close the door. He asked me to close the door. Now he said, please close the door. Now here we see this request tone. So what do? First of all, change the reporting verb to requested, not requested to me, but requested me. And we will remove please. And again, we need to plus verb to close the door. He requested me to close the door. Remember that in commands and request, we need to change the reporting verb. We cannot say he said. He either ordered, he either requested, or he just asked us and then to plus verb. This is an important point to make to close. And it, as you practice, it will automatically, you'll learn to do it. Okay, second is she said, don't shout. She asked me not to shout. This is a negative sentence, don't. We will remove do. She asked me because we need to plus verb, okay? Not to shout. So in imperative, we need to have infinitive to plus verb. Okay, let's clear this up and move to the next part, which is table. Here's a table where according to the sentences, you know what the reporting verb will be changed to and what do we need, the connector, the connecting word, the conjunctions in between, the two clauses, how do they join? Like she said, I am happy. She said that she was happy. He said, who are you? He asked, this one, he asked who I was. He asked, do you need something? He asked me if I needed something. Command, we just did command, negative command also, and request also. So, and then we've got exclamatory sentences, and the reporting verbs change to exclaim with joy, with sorrow, with wonder, and connecting word would be that. Okay, so have you noticed that in the previous one, that is only used in the statement, not in the questions, neither. Yeah, these are questions. Yes, no question, WH question. And these are the imperatives. We don't use that in the questions, neither in the imperative sentences, that is command and request. So it's missing over here, only that is in the statement. And in the questions, soon after the reporting verb, we have if, whether, and here we do not have anything. WH words remain. And in command and request or negative command or request, we need to plus verb, to plus verb, to plus verb. So the negative we need to have. Okay. And yes, one more thing. Please drop the any, if it's written please will be dropped. Okay. We will not add this. And exclamatory, we just discussed that we need that. And optative are the prayer or the wishes. So we also, their reporting verb changes to wish or prayer, and then we again have that. May changes to might. Now, hurrah, my uncle has come. He exclaimed with joy. You see the reporting verb changing to exclaim with joy that his uncle has come. She said, alas, how foolish I have been. She exclaimed with sorrow. The reporting verb changes and with sorrow. And again, we need that. We have that. She exclaimed with sorrow that she had been foolish. How should be removed? Okay. How foolish it is. What a beautiful picture. These expressions should be removed. Okay. That she had been foolish. Have changes to had been foolish. Now we have removed how, and we have removed alas, we have removed hurrah. These are interjections, they need to be removed. Okay. Interjections are these expressions with the exclamatory mark, they have to be removed. And question mark, exclamatory marks, all will be removed. Okay, let's see. She said, what a beautiful piece of art. She exclaimed with wonder, because it's not sorrow, it's not joy, it's wonder. She exclaimed with wonder that it was a beautiful piece of art. Please remove what? That it was a, we need past tense. You see, we have to have the past tense. Okay, here also, this is a mistake over here. It should have been had come, okay? That his uncle had come. So we keep this in view, that we need to change the tense also. Teacher said to me, may you get success in life. Teacher prayed that I might get success in life. This is optative sentence. Said changes to prayed, and may changes to might. A teacher prayed that I might get success in life. You is you. Second person changes according to the second person here. Okay, object. Okay, now let's just have a quick look. Conversion table, you already have it. Mnemonics is something to memorize. आप याद रखने के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं? जस्ट इसको रिपीट करते रहें. प्रेजेंट पास्ट बन जाएगा, पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस बन जाएगा, प्रेजेंट पास्ट बनेगा, पास्ट परफेक्ट बनेगा. ओके, और फिर इसकी एग्जांपल आप पीछे से देख सकते हैं. Today is that day, tomorrow never comes. It's always the next day. So today is that day, tomorrow will change to the next day. It's just a way of remembering. लेकिन आप उसको बार बार ड्रिल करेंगे तो you will remember. अच्छा, मिक्स सेंटेंस टाइप को 5 बैच बना के रोजाना आप इसकी बार बार इसकी रेपिटेशन करेंगे. You will practice it, then it will get better. 5 minutes recap verbally यानी जबान से बार बार कन्वर्ट करेंगे. So 2 or 3 examples, it will help. Summary, again, just have a quick look. No question marks. So first change is the punctuation. No commas, no quotes, no question mark, no exclamatory mark. सब ये निकाल देंगे हम. Change the tense, change the pronoun, change the time, place, words कौन से हैं? ये adverbs हैं. Like today becomes that day, tomorrow becomes the previous day, yesterday becomes the previous day, and tomorrow becomes the next day. ये जो adverbs होते हैं इनकी बात. और फिर the last is use reporting words according to the sentence type. ठीक है, जो हमने अभी किया था कि in the question we need to change reporting word to ask, and then explain with joy, wonder, sorrow. So this is again, she said, I'm happy, and I'm just finishing on this note. Remember, reporting speech, reporting verb, reporting speech, and just ending, signing off with the prayer that you might say that you are happy after the paper. Allah.